Hello, everybody. Flash Notion here, and I am already regretting my daily schedule. Right. I am here today to watch more My Hero Academia. Yes, we're getting there. I'm almost caught up. Sort of. Still, I'm not even halfway through season 5, but it's going to be close. It's going to be soon. Yeah. No, it's Good stuff so far with this. We've gone through 3 matches between Class 1A and Class B. We got 2 more to go. This time it's Bakugo and the girl with the purple bodysuit that I thought looked cool. So I'm interested to find out what that's all about. I apologize right off the bat if I don't sound enthusiastic. I am just a little stiff and tired at the moment. I didn't do things right. But I don't have All Might here to be the one to make up a schedule for me, so I don't know what's best. Yeah, but hey, we'll get through this. Anyway, let's get to watching. I mean, it's just gonna be a battle. That's literally all it is. It's fighting. There's nothing to speculate on besides who's gonna win, and I don't know if Bakugo would go for the humbling experience right now, or rather, I don't know if the writers would give him one of those right now. But it sure feels like he still needs a few of them, so who knows? I think I'd like for them to... Okay, yeah, I feel like I would very much like it if Bakugo's match, he lost and got humiliated and humbled, while Deku actually won his match. I just feel like that would be probably the best way to do all this, but hey, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they do it the reverse of that, where Bakugo wins and Deku loses. I don't know. But I feel like at the end of it, they're going to have it be that there's no decisive victory for either class. Which, yeah, would make a lot of sense. Yeah, so let's get going. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think that's enough of a pause for what I'm going to be trying to do with the editing this time, or from now on. Okay, so yeah, thinking about it, I'm pretty sure I have heard before that the previous users of One for All were not all quirkless, which then it makes sense that their quirks would be inside of the power. What the fuck, though? Like, holy crap. That's insane. So, they've been waiting all this time for it to actually be possible for all of those quirks to manifest at once. Which it makes sense why it would happen now. Because both Toshinori and Midoriya were quirkless, that gave a chance for the core to... Yeah, it gave the chance for the core to grow more than the outer, well of power. That makes so much more sense now that I think about it, yeah. Huh. So in the future, if Deku were to pass it on to another quirkless person, those other abilities might actually be present from the very beginning, rather than manifesting later. Depending on how this all works. That would be really, really cool.
So,
Okay, so the basic of One for All is just like some strength stuff and durability, all that sort of stuff. Although durability seems to be more of like you grow into it. But like now we have like a capture thing that could also just function as like a fucking what's the term there? Area of effect, I guess, type attack where it just goes nuts if Midoriya lets it. Like, holy shit. Huh. So there's just enough left of those other spirits for them to be able to explain, there's just enough left of the spirits of the other users for them to be able to explain their own individual quirks. Okay. I can accept that. But the other thing was that, All for One. Yeah, All for One, seems like he's becoming aware of it. That's not good. I wonder how that would work then. Or, like, what that means. Like, if All for One were to die, would his connection to One for All cause something bad to happen? Like, would the power fall apart? I don't know. It's unsettling. You know, it's kind of weird how little people seem to, like, know about or care about the nature of quirks in universe. Like, you'd think there'd be a ton of research into it. And that, like, someone like Midoriya, who doesn't have a quirk, would be all over trying to figure that out, trying to, like, learn as much of that as possible. But it doesn't seem to be the case. I guess, I mean, technically it would be human experimentation, and that's kind of, like, majorly frowned upon. But you would also think that, like, in the earlier days of quirks appearing and manifesting, you know, back when it would have been similar to the X-Men, where they would have been more looked down upon, mistreated, etc., you would think there would be some governments and whatnot out there that would do that kind of research. You know, the kind that violates human rights. I mean, then again, maybe they didn't, maybe that research was lost. I mean, you do have to wonder. Because, like, I mean, speaking frankly, a lot of our modern medical science is based on research that was done by Nazis. Because, well, they were able to push the boundaries so much. They just experimented on people without giving a shit. It was disgusting and awful and should never have happened. But there's no denying that medical science was advanced so much by that. And, you know, the question is, like, if we were in a similar situation nowadays where a country committed such horrors, would people be okay with taking the results of that research and actually applying them, or would they just destroy it before it had a chance to impact the world? Simply because of its association with those horrors. Honestly, I don't know how I would feel about it. Like, it's one of those things where I don't know the specifics of the Nazi stuff, so, like, I don't really... I'm not able to actually, putting in too much thought and feeling about it, like, it's not really worth it for me. You know, I'm just going about my life. I don't know how much of that would impact me, if at all. So, like, it's just not worth the effort. But in a more modern, if it were to happen in a more modern day thing, like, I don't know. That's one of those uncomfortable subjects. And I just... Would the potential benefits outweigh, that guilt on your conscience there? Anyway, my point is, though, is that, I do feel like that is something that in-universe should have happened, should have been done. It's a little bit weird that there isn't that kind of research, so at least not that we've seen. Yeah. Other than that, okay, so Purple Girl has the ability to split herself apart. That is freaky. But cool. And, I just... I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it is neat in the sense that, can you imagine trying to fight her head on and just, you go to punch her and she purposefully pushes a part of her body out so that way your fist just goes through her and you're just like, what the fuck? It'd be freaky as all hell. Or you go to hit her in the head and her whole head just pops off and you're like, oh my god! It would be a hell of a psychological thing right there. I don't know how useful it would be outside of that in combat. Can she actually do a rocket punch? How fast can she make her parts move? How much force can she put behind them? We don't know that. It's still really, really cool, though. And she can both regenerate the parts and draw them back to her. That's also really cool. So, it's not quite a healing factor, but it kind of is as well. If she gets injured, she can just pop the part off and then regenerate it. Which would also be pretty scary. Though they're right, it probably does take a lot out of her. In all honesty, she should probably be eating, insane amounts of food. We're talking, fucking 12-course meals. In all honesty, she should probably... When she becomes a full-on hero, she should probably be about the size of Fat Gum. I'm not gonna lie, that would make the most sense. Or maybe not. Maybe she wouldn't be the size of it, but she'd be eating as much as him, I guess. Whoa. I just got dizzy. I think I need to get up out of the chair. I don't know what that was. It was just weird. Just total moment. Anyway, so yeah, she's cool. The glue guy is weird. I never really liked him in the tournament arc, and I still don't. His design is freaky. His power is gross. I don't like it. The weld guy, he's interesting. His quirk seems really useful, but really limited. I feel like he's not one that should be in a direct fight. You know? If anything, I feel like the usefulness of his ability would be the ability to actually put stuff together and make things on the fly. Like improvised weaponry or structural supports, things like that. He should definitely be more of like a rescue hero, I'd say, rather than a combat-based one. Which, yeah, why we really need more rescue-based stories in this. Just because it is such a big part of hero work. And then that leaves us with the Twin Impact guy, and I really still don't understand what the fuck he does. Is it like the fucking meme of fucking Sega Sanshiro there? Where he can judo throw you and make you explode twice? Is it basically that? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. It just seems weird. So yeah. And I still stand by it. My idea of, my plan there is probably, I mean, it's not the greatest, but, like, I think it would have been a good idea as far as, capturing people. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Mineta had that really long yellow thing. Was that like the little grape stalk that was sticking out of his hair earlier? Is that what that was? Because if so, that's really fucking cool. That he's able to do that. Although it looked like he lost it, so maybe not. Otherwise, I mean, the class... God damn it, I messed up, didn't I? I went from talking about Purple Girl, who was against Bakugo, to talking about Monama's team. I messed up. Right, no, Twin Impact guys on Monama's team. So who was I talking about? Huh. Right, so there's Purple Girl, and then Glue Guy, and then, who else did Bakugo go up against? The Weld Guy, that's right, the Knife Man, there, Scyther. Or, not Scyther. Is it Scyther? Yeah, Scyther is the Pokemon, Slifer is the Yu-Gi-Oh card, I believe. Right? I don't fucking know. Anyway, either way, but yeah, Knife Guy there. I mean, he's better at what he does than the guy that Kirishima fought, but it is basically the same power. Just, he has bigger blades that he has more control over. So it's a neat power. It's just like, I'm not sure how useful it would be for a hero. And definitely not useful against Bakugo. Yeah, no. They really did not stand a chance. It's so weird to think of Bakugo working with a team. Because he's never done that. He never really has done that. Like, just thinking back about it. We've never seen it. He's always been on his own. In every single arc that he's taken part of. It's so weird. But cool. It's one of those things where the character development on Bakugo is so subtle, but it's satisfying. You compare him here to Season 1, and it's just like, what a difference. He's still a dick. He is still a dick, but he's trying. In his own way. But yeah, okay, so since I didn't talk about Monama's team, actually, okay, so we have the Twin Impact guy that I still don't understand his power. We have somebody who can change the size of objects, so basically Ant-Man type powers in that regard, at least as far as like the little shrink and grow discs go that Ant-Man has. I wonder if it changes the mass in any kind of way, makes them more durable, whatnot. They didn't really go into it, but it did seem like it did seem like it changed the weight, at least, in that regard. Maybe not the mass, but the weight. Although that doesn't make much sense. Because, yeah, of the way that the Poltergeist Girl's power works. And yeah, her power is pretty useful. Basically just telekinesis, but with a set weight limit, but no, like, object number limit. That's pretty interesting. Now that I think about it, I probably should have paid more attention to that, because now I don't know if, like, she has to touch it, because otherwise, what's the limit with that? Like, could she in theory, move air? Like, could she move air molecules? Individual air molecules? Because if she could do that, then A, she can basically be an airbender, but B, like, that would be terrifying. Imagine, because, like, I don't know how much air weighs. I don't think anybody does. But obviously air is going to be, by volume, probably less weight than a person. Right? So, like, or rather, like, if you were to take an amount of air that's equal in weight to a person, that would be a huge amount of air that she could move. So, in that regard, if she could do that, it would be incredibly badass and dangerous. I just imagine, like, ripping all the air out of a room and just, suffocating your opponents until they pass out. That sort of thing. There's a reason why airbenders in Avatar are extremely dangerous, Just thinking back to Korra, Season 3, or Book 3, rather. Yeah, no. Airbending is a very dangerous power, very terrifying. So, yeah, I don't know what the limits of that telekinetic power, or the poltergeist power are, but if those aren't it, I don't know what is. Anyways, so yeah. And this is where we get confirmed that, Manma can't copy every power. Which makes... I mean, I don't know if that makes sense, actually. Like, he didn't explain why he might not be able to copy a power. Like, what goes into it. I would think it would, well, no, because I was about to say, I would think it would be one that he wouldn't be able to copy a quirk that changes his appearance, but, like, he copied Kirishima's quirk, and that is a physical thing. So, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, back in the middle of a match. Again. Yay. I don't know how this one's going to go. I don't know how long they're going to stretch it out for. How long they can stretch it out for. But it did seem like they were going to be finishing up next time, so that's fine. I don't know what they're going to do for the rest of the front half of this season, then. It's going to be weird. Anyway, good stuff. Lots of crazy stuff happened here. It's a hell of a thing. Oh boy. I mean, 5 or 6. Okay, when the guy said 6, was it counting his or was it not counting his? Because then it might be a difference of, like, is there 5 more or is there 6 more that we haven't seen? I don't know. Either way, find out eventually. For right now, though, I think that's going to be it. I think. Yeah. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all actually came back here and listened to this. Regardless, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!